just dropped these two strangers off in the middle of the wilderness. These two guys have never met each other in their entire lives.
Nice to meet you, man.
Every day the two of you survive in this wilderness, I'll give you $10,000.
I hope you brought enough money, man. We're here for the long run.
Hey, put that camera down. Let's head out.
All right.
Take care, boys. This video can make you guys millionaires.
He's gonna be poor by the time we're out of here.
I'm Hayes.
Hayes, I'm Grizz. Nice to meet you, man.
Grizz?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna be my best friend for the next however long.
Starting now, these guys receive $10,000 every day, with the only limit being how long they can survive, which theoretically means they could win unlimited money.
Dude, if we stay...
Pine needles. Won't be comfortable, but at least we won't freeze to death tonight.
We're alive. Day 2.
And in the morning, I showed up to give them their first $10,000.
Good.
Okay, just look up.
Oh my.
Every 24 hours, we're to drop $10,000 out of a plane for you guys.
There's $10,000.
In a parachuted briefcase.
Catch it, don't catch it. No, watch out.
Bro, this is crazy. Bro, we're gonna be so rich by the end of this video.
And on top of that money, this is your flare gun.
Oh.
Be careful, shoot it up in the air. The challenge ends for the both of you. And you walk away with the money you've won.
So how long should we stay out here?
3.6 million for the year is crazy.
All right, the plan is officially a year. We're gonna split this in 2. You get this.
Yes.
I get this.
Now we can't screw each other over.
But later in this video, that plan doesn't exactly work.
All right, I feel bad, but I need to steal that flare gun. I just gotta shoot this thing, and I get to be a dad again.
If you fire that flare, I literally think I'm gonna kill you. Well, buddy, you ready to get rich?
Absolutely.
By day 3, you could say the boys were pretty tired of sleeping on the ground. So after another 10 grand, they started work on building their shelter.
Gonna use my jacket to gather pine needles and layer them on the shelter.
All right, I found this metal piece from a kid's swing set, and I think it's gonna work great for the roof of our shelter.
Layer 1 on. Boom! Here's a section that we're working on. You can see it's got some structural poles. We get to use the parachutes and the cord, so we're gonna make a rain cover on our shelter.
Everyone thinks probably that I'll be the reason we leave and fail this challenge. But this money would mean college for the kid.
2 hours of sleep. It's been so cold. If it rained right now, we'd probably have to go to the hospital.
But I'd do it for $10,000.
And it wasn't just the freezing temperatures that were getting to them.
We're at the end of our supplies. Grizz likes to call it a fast, which sounds so much nicer than starving.
And for the next few days, the hunger problem didn't get any easier.
We had a little square of beef jerky this morning, that's it. Jimmy gave us 5 days worth of food, and it's day 9 right now. These are greenbrier leaves. Grizz says they're edible, I guess. Yeah.
It was clear by this point that the boys were extremely hungry. 10 days. Here's your briefcase.
Yeah.
And don't leave. This is where the challenge gets interesting. Bring in the helicopter.
Oh, man. I'm nervous, dude. Oh, my gosh. Okay, that I'm excited about.
To celebrate day 10, we have your first offer. I can tell you guys are tired of eating leaves. So I brought you guys an additional 10 days worth of food, spices, 2 tarps, and everything you would need to fish. All of this for $50,000 of your prize money. You want some beef jerky?
Yes.
Don't eat it yet.
Oh.
These beans look good.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Coffee.
We're gonna give you space. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
He's not kidding. Like, this is literally all the things we would need to fish. 50 grand.
50 grand.
If they don't take this deal, I mean, they're kind of stupid. 10 days worth of food means they make 100 grand, and they only have to pay 50 grand for it. I'm doing them a favor.
Should we talk to him now?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right, Jimmy.
If you make a decision in the next 60 seconds, I'll throw in 2 feastable bars.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, you said 59 more seconds, but okay. Here, I'll put that in the pile of food. Thank you for the 50 grand.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the food. Oh, by the way, you also get the crate with it. Thank you!
Thanks, Jimmy!
It was definitely a deal we had to say yes to, but that week of food literally cost as much as my kids' college tuition.
Hello!
Bro, I still can't believe it every time this money falls out of the sky.
The food from the crate will feed them for 10 days. But if they were to survive out here for a year,
All right, the plan is officially a year.
they'll still need to find more food in the wilderness.
So some of you may be wondering, why have they not caught fish? Well, the swamp nearby has no fish in it. What we really need is moving water that we can fish in.
And while Hayes was rambling on about his kids,
And my 2-year-old doesn't sleep very well either, so
this happened.
I think being a dad. What is this? This is a creek. This is not a swamp. This is actually moving water. There's fish in here. Dude, look at this. It's like a dock.
This is the perfect place for food and shelter.
And after another few days full of a surprise freezing rainstorm,
Great. At least now we have $100,000.
They decided to move and upgrade their shelter near their newfound water source.
Good morning, Grizz.
How are you always up earlier than me?
We're gathering up a bunch of dead trees we can use for our structure.
And then we balance them together into an A-frame shape and cut the trees to the right length. Oh! I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm glad I broke your fall.
Sorry.
All right, so maybe they had a bit of a false start. But once they got the structure back up, they spent the entire next day putting their finishing touches on their shelter. They even built a fishing dock to help them catch more food.
Dock's done,
Pleasantly surprised.
and now all we gotta do is catch a fish. Come on,
Yeah.
right?
And as good as this was, without sleeping bags, the winter night was still unforgiving.
On a really cold night. Cold toes, cold feet, no sleeping bag.
So I think I knew what my next offer was. It's day 20 and they moved super deep in the woods, so now we have to get there by boat.
Do you hear that sound in the distance?
What'd you say?
Is that a boat?
Any minute now when we find them, I've got a fun offer for them. How's it going, boys?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Two things. First, the plane needed maintenance, so I'm delivering this by hand.
Hey, all
There's your
right.
$10,000, which puts you guys at $140,000. And second, we have an offer for you.
Ooh.
Reveal your offer. Just go ahead and take it off. Here it is.
Oh.
You can either give me $10,000 for that red sleeping bag, or give me $50,000 and you get both sleeping bags.
What?
5 times the amount for both.
Oh man.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, we should look at it.
Yeah, check them out.
Hang on, I just gotta do this.
These are the same sleeping bags we used in Antarctica. They work very well. Here's the weather forecast. It's gonna get pretty cold next week, so
Yeah.
highly recommend you at least buy one.
When we started this thing out, we were in the 20s without anything. We've adapted to it. We have bedding, we have pine straw. We're doing pretty well in these low temperatures. I would love to have a sleeping bag, but $50,000 is...
I sleep closer to Grizz than I do my wife, so I'm not even kidding.
You're actually gonna say no to both?
It's a really cold night. No sleeping bag. Yeah, so I think it's final. We don't want it.
Yeah, agreed.
Wow, not even a single sleeping bag. All right, boys, close it up. Sure, the boys could survive without sleeping bags, but that didn't solve their food problem. In between sitting out rainy days, the boys got into a bit of a routine where they would boil water, work on their shelter, and try to catch fish, which wasn't really working out for them.
We got some guts for bait. We're gonna cast them out, and hopefully the fish come up off the bottom of the creek.
Day after day of failing to catch any fish,
Let's go check the lines, see if any catfish are on.
they finally caught a wind in their sails.
Oh, Grizz!
Or whatever that abomination of Mother Nature was.
What is that? Can I eat it?
First fish, it's an eel, and I think I'm gonna charcoal grill it. We're gonna have ourselves some American-style unagi.
This is the first thing that we've caught out here in 27 days, which is insane. We're happy to have it, and we're gonna make it delicious.
I don't know if this is what I would call delicious, but the fact that they haven't had a fresh meal in almost 30 days means even a rock would taste good to them at this point.
It's excellent.
It's so good. It's just like amazingly good.
If we keep catching fish like this, we can easily stay for a year, bro.
Dude, yeah, $3.6 million.
Good night! And on day 28, they started constructing their raised bed system in their new shelter.
So it's gonna be 2 tripods, 1, 2, side rails going down, slats across, and then a nice pine needle mattress made out of parachutes.
And after seeing their new shelter become more and more comfortable, I was starting to get worried that I was gonna have to pay these guys millions of dollars.
The only regret that I have, they're not bunk beds.
That's honestly an L.
They were betting everything on their new shelter being right next to this creek, but that may have been a huge mistake because they couldn't catch another eel to save their lives.
Snapped it. At this point, I've spent more time in the wilderness than I have with my newborn son. I also have a 2-year-old with my wife alone. How do you explain to a 2-year-old that daddy's gonna be gone and he won't talk to you and he won't call you and he won't see you? Say they were making us an offer. What would be something that you would actually buy?
We spend a lot of time out here trying to get firewood. You know, having firewood dropped off would be really nice. I'd probably pay $10,000 for that.
We are literally in the middle of the forest. I couldn't tell you where we are anymore. All right. How's it going, boys?
Doing great, man. How are you?
As a reward for surviving an entire month, I brought you a store.
Oh, okay.
You see, we come through all of your vlog footage and we wrote down everything you've asked for, such as firewood, a shovel, cooking supplies, bedding, and even books and board games. It's like a dollar store, but everything costs 10 grand.
Ooh.
This is your store?
Feel free to shop.
We've won 240 grand. Might as well check it out.
What are these? Those are mosquito nets.